What is going on, guys? I just want to start off with, I apologize about the last video being kind of crappy quality. I was filming the wrong way with my phone. I was filming this way. You're supposed to be filming this way for YouTube content, and so I had to zoom in to make it full screen for everybody, and I do apologize about that. I had a few people complain about it. So this one's gonna be proper, and today we're doing some science. Might be a little stupid, or the R word, but it's all for science. So we are taking off the AWR brace. We're gonna do some launches without it to see how the bushing deflects. Am I nervous? Abso-fucking-lutely. I trust my AWR brace to do what it needs to do and make sure that my bolt don't break. So to say I'm nervous is an understatement. I do have one of my 12.9 rated bolts that I offer on my website on the car, so we're gonna leave that one on. I'm not putting the OEM one back on. So basically we're gonna do a soft launch. I'm on E50, so I'm definitely not doing a trans brake hit or nothing without a fucking diff brace. I'm not full-blown R word, you know, and I'm not gonna fuck up my vehicle like that. And then, so what I'm doing is take off the AWR brace. We're gonna do a soft launch, probably like 2,000 RPM on the foot brake. You know, still aggressive enough so it can show y'all my GoPro back there to get all the good angles if we can. And then I'm gonna put on something I got here from JX Performance sent us a box, and inside it, if y'all don't know who JX Performance is, he's the guy that is making those driveline braces for like our actual driveline. And he is making some bushing supports for the rear. So this obviously goes inside the bushing and then it bolts in that way. And this helps kind of fill in the void spaces of the bushing. Honestly, to help with longevity and stuff, I don't think they're selling it as that way. It's really to help stiffen up some stuff back there as well for more of a sportier feel. But I think in my head that this is going to help with the longevity of the bushing, because the bushing is not going to deflect as much having this fill in most of the void space. You know, so in my head, it's not stretching as far, so it's not stretching as much. Therefore, it should last a lot longer. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, they're not really selling it that way, so sorry, Jay, if you see this. But so yeah, and then we're gonna do one bone stock, naked, no AWR brace. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna put this in. We're gonna do another one, and then I'm gonna put back on my AWR brace, and so we'll have 3 separate shots of this. I'm not gonna film me taking on and off my AWR brace. I will film me putting this on, so I know exactly where it goes and how it goes on. And then I'll just show 3 different shots of OEM, this, and the AWR brace. All right, so we're under here in my Explorer. You can see I have a 2022. I got an early 2022, but it has the 1 bolt rear diff. You see my AWR brace, that's only half of it. I took off the other half that goes onto the actual subframe part. So it's just connected to the diff right now, and it's not the diff connected to the subframe, so that is done doing anything since I took off the other half. And we're gonna go out and see how much bushing deflection I get with a light launch. Then again, we're gonna come back and we'll install Jay's part, and then we'll go back and we'll put on this other part of the AWR brace. I've had a lot of people ask me what diff brace I run. I run the AWR, I've ran it for over 2 years. Not a single issue. Launching at 3,000 RPM on the trans brake and aggressive. I've even snapped my driver's side axle. So I'm praying that I don't just do this and blow up my rear diff because I don't have a differential brace, but we're going to do a light launch, right? Just enough to get the bushing to deflect. Not really sure. I think my trunk opened because I was underneath it. But yeah, guys, so let's get our GoPro on there somehow, some way, so I can actually properly show y'all the bushing deflection. All right, guys, and everybody say a quick prayer for my car and my GoPro. It is literally zip tied in place right now to be held up to actually get a good viewing of that bolt, the 1 bushing I have. So if this doesn't show my dedication and love for this platform, I don't know what will, guys. So because this scares me. I mean, again, being this modded and then going and doing a dig with no differential brace and 1 bolt. So let's pray that this all goes well. We're just going to do one and come back, and then we will install the other bushing support, go out and do another one, then come back and install the AWR and do one last one with the AWR fully installed and everything on there. right, I might have been just being an absolute pussy, but everything went good. I wasn't in sport mode, I was in normal mode, and I launched at 2,000 RPM. I'm going to do all my other ones in normal mode just to show y'all. Because honestly, again, when you're this, so even my normal mode, because I'm on E50, is going to be quite a bit more aggressive than just a normal untuned Explorer. So, because I'm on the DMS tune E50, so I'm still should be somewhere in the mid 400s, hypothetically speaking, on my normal mode. So now we're going to take off that bolt. Real easy. Mine uses a 12 for an Allen key head, which is my upgraded one. I'm going to support the diff with the jack, and then we're going to slide this one in here and slide that bolt back in, torque it to spec, and go out and get another video. All right, guys, so here we have our little thing. We have the bolt all the way out. Let me turn on my light on my camera because it is getting dark outside. All right, there we go. Much better. We can actually see what's going on under here. You won't have a GoPro in your way. You can see that there are two mounts kind of like this, and these two, which are kind of more of a U-shaped versus that's like a C-shape. And so you can see the C-shape go on the side. So this thing's going to go in like so, and should go in fairly easy. All right, now you'll hang with me while I scoot myself back here. We're gonna see how easy this slides in. Slid in there fairly easy. Still feels like it needs to go a little bit more, but maybe we can go ahead and start the bolt, and then the bolt will sink it in the rest of the way as we tighten it up. This is 3D printed. I believe I heard that he was going to do some titanium ones. So this is quite literally a tester set, or maybe a cheaper option that he'll do versus the titanium one. Or who knows, we'll see. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our bolt back in there, torque it to spec. OEM torque specs are 148 with these upgraded ones. You want to do same, if not just slightly more, so we'll go to 150 and call it good. I've had a lot of people ask me torque specs. A lot of people are saying 100. OEM is 148, and with the 12.9 volt, you should go a little bit more. Just always use caution because you are going into an aluminum housing with a steel bolt, same as the factory. But it has plenty of thread engagement, so you shouldn't have to worry. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so we have it in there. It did sink further in there as we got the bolt tight and torqued to spec. Again, I went to 150 foot-pound. And yeah, we're gonna turn my GoPro back on and go get another shot. Hopefully there's enough light still to be able to see any kind of bushing deflection. So let's get it. All right, guys, so under here you can see I actually have a headlamp. I zip tied under there for light for the GoPro, so we can actually get a good angle. So let me see. Looks like a pretty decent angle of that, so you should be able to see the deflection. We're gonna do another 2,000 RPM launch in normal mode on our E50 DMS tune, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna put on the actual AWR brace, and then go out and do one more for the night, and we'll be all wrapped up with this mod. So that held up really well. Now we're gonna go ahead and put on back on our AWR brace and go out for one last one. felt really good with the combination of the AWR brace and having that the bushing support inside of there. I also did feel a difference with just the bushing support and no AWR brace versus the OEM with nothing there. Mind you, that was my first time going back to an OEM with no diff brace there. But having that one just bushing support in there with no diff brace kind of felt just like having the AWR brace in there. And when I put the AWR brace back in, it felt a lot more planted. It felt really, really good. So I'm excited to see how much further this pushes along the platform. And stay tuned, because me and AWR have been working on something special for the rear to compete with the other said competitors for quite a while now. So hopefully we will get that to market soon. Fingers crossed. And I think y'all really like it. All right, guys, love y'all. Please like, share, subscribe. And until the next one, guys, we got a lot more stuff coming, don't we, buddy? A lot more parts. Yeah? All right.